Welcome back to We Are Live. It's Chris Denman and Travis Rowe with the great Chris Gardner producing live from the Midcoast Studios in Grand Center, sunny St. Louis, Missouri on the weekend of Mardi Gras. It's not sunny. It's still hazy gray. It's going to be very cold tomorrow, which is great that we have a heated tent at the Mardi Gras tent that we're working at. So if you're looking for tickets, DM us. We've got $10 discounted tickets. They'll probably sell out midday today. So if you want those, hit us up. Just delivered 4 downstairs in the break. So rocking and rolling today, Travis. I do want to thank Tech Electronics for helping us build out the new studio. We've got so many cool surprises coming up with people recording here, projects we're working on. Thank you to Tech Electronics for providing the equipment, working with us on building things out. And it's a work in progress, but they saved us about 6 months worth of trouble getting things together. So Tech Electronics, located here in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out online. We'll have Michael Yo this hour. We'll do recasting call. We did Sentence of the Week, Travis. That was brutal. And Mardi Gras is the best drinking holiday. That's your fair or foul. WAL at weareliveradio.com for $10 to Southtown Pub. Speaking of Southtown Pub, great comedy night last night. Really, with the picture again? Gardner on the live stream. Comedy last night was great. Keith Hughes hosted. Sarah Pearl was there. Our friend Yale Hollander did some time. I had a great time with him. And then Quentin Wilbert closed it out. So another very fun Free Comedy Thursday. Look forward to next week with Angela Smith headlining at Southtown Pub for Free Comedy Thursday next week. It'll be a good time. We're having a good time, everybody. Chris Gardner, how you feeling over there? It's Friday. You've busted your tail this week. You got any big meal plans for the weekend? You always have some kind of comfort lined
I got
up.
some leftover pizza in the fridge for lunch.
I saw that.
And that's about it right now. We'll see where it takes us.
What an eventful weekend you have in store.
Yeah, I know, really.
I'm actually a little bit jealous because I like a simplistic weekend. I'm looking forward, of course, to Mardi Gras, but I value weekends more. I always try to figure out when growing up why my mother on Friday afternoons or Friday nights when she would get off work would immediately try to run all of her errands. I'm like, you have 2 more days in the weekend. Like, why don't you just relax? And then you realize, oh, you're trying to get it out of the way so you can spend the next 2 days actually having something to yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm actually a little bit envious of you. So lucky bastard.
I'll find something. Maybe a nice, probably not cemetery tour weather.
Oh. Oh, boy. We'll have Michael Yo joining us here at this segment. He'll be performing at the Funny Bone this weekend here in the city of St. Louis. So make sure you all stay tuned for that fun interview. He's a great guy. It'll actually be the second time he's been on the show. So
Yeah, he enjoyed talking to me last time.
Did
for
he?
Sure.
Oh, boy.
I mean, you were in the room, I think. Or was it one-on-one?
I don't know.
You
I
were
was
there?
I was present. This was the early heyday of We Are Live.
Yeah.
So I was absolutely present for those interviews. Now, I ain't got time for that.
Travis.
You've changed.
You,
just a little bit.
A view that you took, you have an issue with former President Barack Obama. Believe there's a Jack Flaherty issue as well. Have we discussed this in depth?
We have not.
Jack Flaherty, pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals.
He's a young pitcher for the St. Louis
I
Cardinals.
think he's got light skin, so Travis has a problem with
I
him.
have no problem with him whatsoever. I'm not even going to bring up his political views. I believe Jack Flaherty is a very nice young man, and I just think his views on other athletes is just absolutely uncalled for, especially when you're a professional athlete yourself. So I am not going to sit up here and say I'm a Jack Flaherty hater, but if Jack Flaherty slips along the way this season for the St. Louis Cardinals, you better believe I will be in his Twitter grill. I'll be all up in it. So Jack Flaherty, you've been warned.
Can you do that when you've got a locked account? I mean,
That's a good point. I don't know. I have to ask Twitter.
When you run and cower and lock your account,
I don't.
can you really get in somebody's grill?
I guess. Do you run and cower when you lock your door at night when you go to sleep? That's what I thought. It's okay to when you have protected tweet. You're protected, like by the blood of Jesus Christ. That's what I'm doing. I'm protecting my words.
Here, let's play a quick. So to suss this out, and again, we have Michael Yo coming in. His special. It's great because it's got Blasian in the title.
Right.
He would be considered light skin under this, so I don't want any kind of weird animosity.
No,
just
Michael Yo
without considering their personalities. If you just saw Drake walking down the street,
Right.
and you saw Idris Elba walking down the street, who would you hang out with?
No, I'd absolutely hang out with Idris Elba.
Okay. If you saw Scottie Pippen walking down the street and you saw Michael Jordan walking down the street, who would you choose?
Absolutely Scottie Pippen.
Reasoning? Feel like you're lying.
Because Scottie Pippen knows how it feels to carry an entire basketball team.
And not get the notoriety.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, Jordan getting all the accolades just never made sense, did it?
No, it did not.
Gardner,
No,
we're on
understood.
to a lot today with Travis. I'll say that.
Gardner, what did you have in store for us this hour? You had a great
This is where
idea.
Travis runs out of things to talk about.
No, I don't. I just feel like right now you guys are questioning.
You don't want to
my-
talk about Flaherty. That's fine.
No, Jack Flair, because I don't want to. I don't. We're not that kind of show, guys. We're responsible here.
We did this last Friday. I'll give you another weekend to think about it, and we'll address it possibly on Monday. I have a tweet. I have a clip of Flaherty that we need you to
All
respond
right, screw
to.
it. Let's play it. I'm sick and tired. Let's get this out of the way.
Okay.
Let's bring it on because I will not be bullied. And just because we're changing the format of our show to be more PG and kid friendly doesn't mean I can't still address my haters. Put them on the screen, Guardsy.
It was I didn't know what to think. It was like I wanted the Lakers to be good. I did not think it would.
Why is he so
expense of
stressed?
Having LeBron come to LA.
Ooh, the expense.
I mean, it was just like I was so unexpected. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't something that I was ready for.
This is
and my best
confusing.
friend
He
and I,
definitely sounds like he's from
we
Orange
talk about it
County.
all the time because, whenever we have that conversation, I always say like I am biased. Like I'm from LA.
Sure.
Kobe, so I grew up watching. That's my favorite guy. So him coming to LA, it's taken a minute, and it was weird. Like, I won't want to say I've ever rooted against him, but I've actually had to root for him.
Now you have to root for him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being with the Lakers, that's still an interesting thing.
Yeah. Are you going to become a LeBron fan now?
I don't think I'll ever become a LeBron fan.
What is it
You see, he's
exactly that you
wincing.
don't like about LeBron?
He's just not. He doesn't. I like guys who have that dog in them. And I don't think he has that dog. He doesn't have that but he's shown parts where he does have it.
So you know he's got it in him.
He has it
but
in
why
him,
isn't it always
but it's
there?
not a consistent thing. I mean,
I hear you on that.
You can look at some of the performances he's had that have just been unbelievable. But it's not that consistent. I want to beat you, that Kobe, that Jordan thing.
I hear you on that. You cover sports for a living, and you just agreed with that dumbass. I hear you on that.
Here we go.
That is absolutely. How is a guy
Real
that-
TT's back.
How is a guy that carries a team to 8 consecutive NBA finals not have dog in him? Now it's one thing for a dumbass on the street to say something like that, but how is another professional athlete who knows what it takes to get to the next level say that LeBron doesn't have a dog? That doesn't make any sense. I think every
Does he have a
professional.
dog? Does he have pets?
I don't know. Actually,
question.
That's a good question. That is
way you
very
phrased that.
That's a very good point. But I think that in order for you to make it to this level, no matter the sport, you have to have dog in you. You don't get to where you are if you didn't have a little bit of that in you. And to suggest one of the greatest athletes on the planet lacks passion, conviction, determination when he's gone to 8 consecutive NBA finals? Is that not the dumbest thing we've ever heard come out of the mouth of a professional athlete? Say what you will about LeBron.
Look how mad he is.
But say what you will about LeBron. I get people have opinions about LeBron, especially when you're comparing him to Kobe, when you're comparing him to Jordan. But if it's one thing you cannot say about LeBron is that he's not passionate and puts in the work. The guy absolutely does. The results speak for themselves. So I get why Jack, oh my God, somebody tell me what this means. LeBron sent out a
Here's the
tweet.
tweet, yeah.
He's getting in. LeBron has done this over the last handful of years where he says he buckles down in the second half of the season where he gets ready for the playoffs. No one goes full bore 82 games. No one goes full bore 162 games in baseball. So he knows professional athletes on his own
He works
team
every 5
that
days.
does this. Exactly. He pitches once every 5 days. What are you talking about, Jack Flair? Now, here's the thing.
Still working between.
Old school starting pitchers ate fried chicken,
Thank
drank
you.
beer.
And Drake,
It was a
beer,
thing.
man. What are you talking about? And then he had a tweet a few weeks back questioning why NBA fans watch the sport because they were talking about James Harden's step back and how folks wonder whether or not it's traveling. That's fine to have that conversation, but to then question people's fandom when your sport literally added a pitch clock to baseball, and you're questioning why fans like the NBA, the only thing I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt is because he's 22 years old. So he's naturally stupid. So that's why I'm not going to go attack the guy physically when I see him out in public because he has like homeboys that are clearly bigger than me. But the fact is,
He himself, too.
exactly, he's a very athletic individual and young and spry and actually can probably break my neck in a snap of his finger. But I just think it's a bad look for even Kobe fans. 'Cause I'm a big Kobe guy as well. But I also recognize greatness. And I think you do yourself, you sound like the guys on the internet that you often criticize when you sit up here and say something that stupid. You can say, like I say, you want to question LeBron's shot selection. You want to question whether or not LeBron should have left Cleveland. We can have that conversation. But to say that guy doesn't have a dog in him, I can't imagine if Jack Flaherty saw a person on Twitter questioning the commitment of one of his baseball teammates, and then just thinking that, oh, that's, you're an idiot. He would absolutely call that person an
Are
idiot.
you waiting for his first bad start just so you can tweet at him? I guess you didn't have that dog in you today.
Oh, yes.
He's got that saved in drafts.
Oh, you better damn believe it. You don't, and as a professional athlete, you do not question the commitment of another athlete publicly. That is a absolute no-no. And everyone in that Cardinals clubhouse knows it. They won't say anything because it's another sport and it's an athlete they'll never meet.
How would you know that?
What do you mean, that they haven't talked to him
That
about
another
it?
professional athlete shouldn't do that.
Why?
You being a professional athlete in a clubhouse or locker
as you
room
guys
yourself.
know, I played sports in high school.
Yeah.
And when I was in the locker room, I would say, guys, you stay off that social media that hasn't been invented yet, but when it
Right.
does happen, you don't want to go on there and question an athlete's dog. So yeah, absolutely. I completely know where professional athletes are coming from.
I'm glad you have that unique perspective to explain to us how that works.
You can question, of all the players to question, why are you questioning the commitment of a guy that's gone to 8 consecutive championships?
There's a simple explanation. It's not good enough, though. He's a Kobe guy.
That's fair. But that's unreasonable.
It is unreasonable.
It's very trollish. But
I'm telling you, it is. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Okay.
I'm telling you what it is. He's loyal to Kobe, and it hurts him, I guess, a little watching LeBron play for his Lakers now.
Now, I'm not going to front him out and sit up here and talk about his MAGA ties, but that's not here or there. I'm just going to stick specifically to sports for right now. But if Jack Flaherty keeps running his mouth about LeBron James, I'm going to be up in his Twitter grill, all up in it. I will even briefly take my tweets off unprotected, get up in his grill, and then protect. Sean Unshun. I will do it.
And then block him. So
So I can continue to talk trash while he can't see my tweets.
Right. That makes sense.
But I think he's amazing talent. I hope he has a great season. Just as long as he just stops talking about things he doesn't know anything about. That's fine.
And what do you do?
I, on the other hand, I'm a professional media personality. What I do, I try to entertain you, the people. That's my job. I don't come in here and talk about how a big
How
piece
can you
of
do
ass
that
Chris
when you
Denman is.
kind of cordon yourself off from the public?
You say coordinator. So I don't see it that way. I see myself as being responsible. See, that's what the problem is with you old media types, especially here in St. Louis. You're already soft when it comes to the St. Louis Cardinals. But one thing I don't understand is that your use of words. Why would you think I'm hiding or trying to quarantine what I want to say?
You've protected your Twitter account.
I protected myself and our brand as a company from the evils of the internet. Are you telling me there's no evils on the internet, Mr. Gardner? Are you telling me the internet's a great utopian place where we all can be ourselves? Are you telling me that now, Mr. Gardner? You've changed too, man. You've changed. You and Chris, you guys have changed. What happened to you guys, man? You're about the people. Now you guys are, oh, look at me, I'm Gardner. I know how to do technology on TV. Oh, I'm Chris Denman. Look at me type away and send emails and be in a podcast at the same time. What happened to you guys, man? You guys used to be so beautiful. Used to be so open
You
and
said
organic.
of the people, we have unprotected Twitter accounts.
Yeah, but that exposes you guys to Russian bots and possibly treason. I saw it on the congressional hearing. You guys are going to probably be held accountable for your tweets. Just letting you know.
Am I going to prison
Probably.
for that?
Definitely.
For treason?
No doubt.
Really?
Uh-huh.
How do you see that?
Well, shoot. Look at you. Look at you.
Good explanation.
Look in the camera. Look in the camera. How you not going to jail looking at that face? Mm-hmm. That's a face for jail. And then look at Chris. You can tell he like, oh, look at me. Oh, I'm like Jordan Belfort. Oh,
Is that where
I'm
we're
like
at?
Wall Street. Look at me. I got my button up on. I'm cool. Look at me. Look at
me,
my hair. I got bangs.
let me tell
Yeah,
you guys.
I'm 34 years old and I got bangs. Take that.
Let me tell you guys about our friends at Gateway Powder Coating. May I? This is me bailing on Travis's whatever he's doing. GatewayPowderCoat.com for all the capabilities that you need from our friends at Gateway Powder Coating. They will take care of metal. It's going to be patio season soon. If you've got grills, smokers, all that good stuff that needs worked on, you need to hit up GatewayPowderCoat.com to check them out for all of their capabilities, everybody. Love you and love everybody else. We're going to have Michael Yo here in just a second. We're going to do some recasting call. Do us a favor. Share the live stream if you're listening live. If you're listening on the podcast afterwards, review us and subscribe. Make sure that happens, everybody. We are very excited about Michael coming in his second time. Mr. Terrell, again, we have to get to this debate that we're going to have, and then we'll also do recasting call. Let me tell you a little bit about where Michael is going to be this weekend. Are you familiar with Westport area?
I am very much familiar with Westport.
Okay. Well, he'll be at the Funny Bone, if that's exciting. Is that exciting to you?
I like to laugh, Chris.
You sell it hard, too.
I like hearing jokes, Chris.
Okay. Well, I'm all right with that. So we've had Michael on before. You know him. He's got a big special coming out. It's going to be on Amazon. Comedy Dynamics is who's putting that out. I've got experience knowing somebody. If you look over there, we'll get this sorted out. We'll work things out. Let's get Michael Yo in the studio. Look at this beautiful face. He's at the Funny Bone all
up, sir?
weekend
Michael,
long,
so
man.
good to
Great
see you,
to
man.
see you,
See you
buddy.
too.
Get in here. Sit down. Let's
I like to laugh
let's talk
a
about this.
lot. Laughing's fun.
It certainly is, man.
Welcome to winter, by the way.
Oh my
Hello.
God! 27 degrees? Are you serious? What's wrong with you people?
I don't
man?
like this, man.
that
I don't.
question.
I
Every
left
day.
like 70 degrees.
Yes, you
I
did.
land and you know, in the plane, when you get on the plane, you don't really know like the temperature, and they
Right.
go, well, we're
Right.
about to land in St. Louis. It was 27 degrees. I'm like, 27? That's still going on? Aren't we in March right now?
Got some snow for your ass too this weekend
Oh,
as
this
well.
week.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm leaving at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday. I'm trying. I know it's
You think so?
Yeah.
Is that so? Is that so?
that.
Is
No.
that so? Unless it's something to do with your son, I'm going to give you trouble
I'm
about
gonna
it
say,
for like a
uh-huh.
whole
Oh no,
while.
I got to get back to my family.
Ah, damn it.
My
All
son,
right,
my
yeah.
son is turning 2
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
congratulations.
on Wednesday. Yes, we kept him
Okay.
alive that long. Yes,
Good
we-
for you,
I
man.
know.
Man, how in the world do you find time to do everything that you do?
Real
Man,
quick,
and you
real
have
quick.
a 2-year-old.
I know.
First thing we talk about, we've had Michael on before. He's a star. He's all over series. He's doing fantastic with the stand-up stuff. His special, though, Blasian,
Yes, Blasian.
it in the description, family first comedian and bona fide Blasian,
Bona fide.
Michael Yo.
Yes, family first, man, and that's what the comedy's all about. I do family comedy and no politics.
Okay, see, now that's interesting because
No,
He hates Obama right now because he won't let him twerk with ladies. He's,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
turned
Obama
on his own
said,
guy.
hey, don't be out here twerking with 8 women. And I was like, why not? In this economy?
Great question.
I like twerking.
Yeah.
So what brought you to the point where you said, I'm going to do this type of comedy? Because it feels like comedians are going the opposite direction. So it seems like you've made it a point to be family friendly.
I've always been a person to bring people together.
Okay.
You know, if you ask any celebrity, I have relationships with a lot of celebrities
do.
because they're like, oh, he's a nice guy.
Right.
And like, I'm not, if this was a political show, I talk politics. I can
Sure.
talk politics all day, but I try to find ways to bring people together. And I feel with comedy, I was talking to Kevin Hart and I go, this is when the Colin Kaepernick thing came
Right.
out. And I go, why don't you say anything on stage? And this was the moment of clarity for me. He goes, when people come to my comedy, I want them to have a good time and forget about the outside world.
Sure.
Right.
Just laugh as a family.
Right.
And I was like, that's what I am too. Like, of course, if I went on CNN, I could talk for
It
an hour.
doesn't mean you're
about
not capable of it.
No,
just
it doesn't
how
mean
your art
and-
form's delivered.
And
yeah.
I'd rather people come together for my show, so that's why I don't talk
Right.
politics. And because I don't really write about that either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't, for me, it does nothing for me to write jokes about that because
Right.
it's so easy right
Right.
now. But to have a show where a grandmother brings their daughter that
Right.
brings their daughter, you have 3 generations at your show.
Right.
That's amazing to me because now everybody can laugh. And what I feel that, like, I was in Kansas City and 4 dudes with,
Damn, he's been to Kansas City?
no, 4 dudes with Trump hats came.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Because I say I
Did
don't.
you hear
No,
the
no,
way you
no.
responded?
Because
Excuse me.
because I said I don't talk politics, so this was kind of like, oh well, we'll see.
Okay. Oh, okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
And I didn't, and I don't know. Maybe because this is how I was growing up in an all-white neighborhood.
Right.
You know, I just know how to get my message across without attacking people,
Right.
but making you feel what I'm saying.
Right.
And I think that's
But the real question is when you're in Kansas City and dudes in Trump hats show up to your show, after the show, how did you escape them?
No, they came up to
whenever
me-
they beat you down and
No,
said
they-
Kansas City's MAGA country, bro.
No. Actually, they were so surprised I didn't bring it up and
Yeah.
talk about politics.
Were they waiting for it? Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
They bought so much merchandise.
Wow.
And their
Really?
money is green too. So I took it. I was like, it's green as everybody else's. You know what I mean?
You talk about your upbringing a lot, but what about your upbringing specifically that gives you this kind of mindset?
Well, my dad always said, because you got to think, my dad has a PhD in nuclear physics, and he went and he
that
got
all?
that.
Moses.
Yeah, and this is in the 50s and 60s. He had to go through segregation.
Yeah.
He had to he led marches at college. He went to Oklahoma State and then he went to Iowa State for his PhD.
Oh, my God.
In nuclear physics, and he led marches to eat at restaurants on campus.
That's insane.
So that's what he had to go through to get his
Wow.
PhD. So, and him going through that, something
Right.
I'll never go through to that degree.
Right.
And he never talked bad about white people or any other race.
Right.
Because he fought for equality. And you would be a hypocrite if you did talk about white people
Right.
or whoever oppressed you.
Right.
His thing to me was that is just ignorance.
Right.
If you can cut through all that noise and bring people together, that's where you want to be. And that's how I grew up. And that's why I feel like I never knew how I could do that.
Right.
And when I started stand up, I was like, oh my God, this is how I can do it. And this is my outlet to bring people together to laugh, but to also get messages through that don't attack.
Right.
And I'm not up there making like profound messages.
Right.
I'm just telling my story.
Right.
But you learn what happened to me, good and bad.
Right.
Because of race, and it's palatable to everybody.
I've always been curious, though. You've mentioned it earlier about having these relationships with so many of these different celebrities. I'm curious because I feel like there's always overlap at that when you're the guy in the middle, that there's maybe a crew that doesn't like this crew or this celebrity doesn't like that. But how do you manage that, and how do you continue to maintain those relationships in a town where it can shift
Everybody
on a
wants to,
dime?
everybody's trying to stab each other in the back, trying to
Right.
advance. The only problem I ever have, and now that I'm actually even moving out of interviewing celebrities, because I want to be on the other side.
Right.
Now, you know what I mean? I want to be the one being interviewed
Right.
and things like that. I remember I was backstage at a concert, and Rihanna was back there. And Rihanna
Not
knows
familiar
me,
with her work.
yeah, and Rihanna knows me from celebrity news.
Right.
So the problem is automatically
She
when I
started
walk in the room,
She-
people think, oh, he's going to report
Right.
Right.
any celebrity.
Of course.
And then
They put their Therese Hilton filter on you.
exactly, they're
Yeah.
like, hey, we got to watch. And I walked up straight to her. I was going, no, because I could just feel it.
Right.
I go, hey, Rihanna, Michael. She said, yeah, I know you in a nice way.
Right.
And I go, don't worry about anything. Everything I do off camera is off camera,
Right.
and nothing ever makes it off. And then she was comfortable. Her team was comfortable. But now I'm getting to the point where now with the comedy, people are like celebrities are looking at me like The Rock tweeted me
Right.
about the special. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's now, it's kind of like, oh, okay, they're saying you're one of us, kind of.
Right,
So
right.
I'm not as worried about you. So now when I go to a place with a bunch of celebrities, it's not like they have their, best behavior. We
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
watch.
yeah.
Now it's more accepting.
No, with Rihanna, did she ask about me?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said she
That's-
hated you.
oh, well-
Yeah.
How in
Thank
the world
you.
did you, or like in the room with Rihanna, did you act as normal as possible? How do you act like because you are around?
Can I just tap out?
Because
Michael, I
you are
have
in
a
the
good
room.
show. I'm gonna go let this go
I said,
down.
you just named The Rock and Rihanna, and if Rihanna even like glanced in the vicinity of myself, I'd be like, that's it. All right, I'm
You would
done with
pass
life.
out?
I would pass out, no doubt.
Yeah.
So how do you keep your composure when you have these moments where you have these interactions with these big time personalities that the world knows over?
You find out they're normal people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's weird to say that, but
Okay.
they are normal people too.
All right.
You know, and once, like, I remember when I first started interviewing him, you know, I'm still fanboying about
Right.
you. I still fanboy. Like, it's Rihanna.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, when I interview, like, when I'm with The Rock, I'm like, it's The Rock.
Right.
I mean, this is Dwayne. I've left Will Smith for Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like, that's, like, it used to be Will Smith.
So we will. And so
Now it's The
ah,
Rock. Like,
hello, Rock.
Yeah, hello. Like, Rock looks like a man that really could save my life. You know what I mean?
Good point. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he's a real life superhero. So I left Will Smith because he's older now.
Right.
He's not.
His prescriptions aren't as up to
Yeah,
date.
you know. I mean, he's still ripped, but I mean, The Rock is big. You know. I know Will Smith was my man crush, and now The Rock is
Rock
just.
is smart move.
I'm sorry, Will. I love Will Smith though. You know what I mean? But Rock, man, he looks like he could save shit. You know what I mean?
How has doing stand up and having the positive personality that you have you come up against detractors? Have you come up against your normal haters?
Let me tell you what's interesting is what's interesting about that question is I didn't know what I'm gonna get. When I fill in for Wendy Williams and talk about celebrities, I
Yeah.
get hate. But that's fine
Right.
because somebody be like, oh, how'd you talk about Cardi B? Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay.
It's so good because I thought it was Cardi. For
Yeah,
a
thank
moment.
you. Hello, I'm here.
That's good.
Anyway, so when you talk about that, you get hate. But as far as my stand-up, if you watch my stand-up special, Blazing on Amazon Prime right now.
For free.
For free.
For free.
And you say you don't like it, you're basically saying you're a horrible person. Because you're saying,
So
I
that's
hate
a fair way to look at it.
No,
That's like
because
a-
you'll
that's
be
on a
saying,
billboard.
I hate family.
Right.
I hate your kid. I hate your wife. I hate my family. I'm a very depressed and I hate myself.
Right.
Because it's so, there's no way you can watch my special
Right.
and not feel good after it. And that's my whole thing. And I had my whole family there.
Right.
I brought my parents out because I did this special, and this is going to sound cheesy, but I did this special more for them to see it in real life and they could be a part of it. Now it's forever.
Yeah.
So when 16 years from now, when my son watches it or whenever he watches it, he'll be like, oh, I'm in it too because he was one.
That's wild. Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
Wow.
Yeah, when we shot it.
Now I have friends that are Nigerian and they talk about their immigrant parents all the time.
Yes.
And I'm curious now, in your position, writing about your family, at what point did mom or dad or the wife say, hey, you gonna put that in the special, or hey, you gonna talk about that? Was that at any point where
My
everybody's
mom
like,
at
okay,
the beginning,
all right.
being an immigrant, because I portray my mom like she really is.
Okay.
Asian women do not care about feelings. If they think it, they say it. I tell everybody this: they do not care. They don't care if it makes you feel bad. Never ask an Asian woman for their honest opinion. Every opinion is their honest opinion. Like with my mom, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if it makes you feel bad. And if it's racist or racial, to her it's not, and they'll say things that sound
Okay.
racist or racial, but to them it's not. It's just the truth.
Okay, so
it's the truth.
Your
to them.
mom's here in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
Travis, a black man, just showed up 17 minutes late for what is. How does mom react to that? What does she say?
She would probably be like, "Oh, typical.
Should have known.
Should have known. Typical. You like his
Here, I'll-
daddy. You like his daddy. you like Michael Dad." My mom used to say, when I do something, go, "Oh, you my son." When I do something, "Oh, that's from your father. That's your father." Yeah,
But is that? I don't think that's negative. I think that's charming.
No,
actually.
yeah,
I like
or,
that.
Like the problem is my wife is having to deal, and this is what my sitcom is about. Is now
Coming up on Fox.
Yeah, I'm in between two women.
Right.
Is in two different opinions because my wife and my mom kind of being herself around my wife, and my wife is ultra sensitive.
Right.
She came from the Brady Bunch. My wife grew up, her family is literally a living Brady Bunch. You know, my mom and dad never told me they loved me till I was 29. True story.
Good.
That's just the way they
Good.
were.
Right.
And look where you're at.
And look where I am at. But there was no positive reinforcement. It was
Right.
just like, my parents were kind of like a bad relationship where you don't care about the other person, but they did care.
Right.
It's kind of like if you were dating someone and they said, can I do that? You're like, yeah, do whatever you want. you keep saying that, all of a sudden you be like, do they even care what I do?
Right.
Like I could be like, hey, I'm gonna go jump off a building. Like, all right, mate, do your best. You know, and I was like, what? Like my parents didn't care what I did. You know what I mean? But I know they loved me, but they never told me that until I was 29 they actually did. And where my wife is like, love, 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 love. I tell my son 100 times a day I love him. You know, so I'm literally telling my son, true story.
So far.
I'm telling my son, I'm like, you're the best. He's like 1.5.
Right.
My mom walks by and goes, how you know he the best? I'm like, Mom, it's called encouragement. She says, no, it's called lying. You don't know what he good at. So you lie to your son. And I go, this is why
Right.
I'm the way I am, and she's the way my wife. But I think because there was not a lot of like, go get them. There were not like cheerleaders.
Right.
That's why I became a cheerleader, because I always had to pump myself up. So I'm like, go, I can win. I can do this. So that was my personality all the time.
Not to get
That's
too
fantastic.
inside ball game with you, but you did mention your sitcom coming up on Fox.
Yeah.
How has the pilot process been for you?
Challenging.
I would imagine
Yeah,
so.
because you sell it, that's one thing, and then it's kind of like you go through the process of, oh, we like this, we don't like this. So there were some major changes. So now
those studio notes, have they
no,
drove you crazy yet?
it's to the point now
Okay.
where we have another meeting in April.
Okay.
So we're going to miss this initial pilot season.
Okay.
But I have to meet with them again in April because I can't go into detail.
I know,
But
yeah.
There were some things that happened, so now we're gonna regroup. And
Okay.
It's still moving on. It's just things had to change.
So
a
with
little
the special Blasian on Amazon Prime for free, how has your experience been? You're out, you promote yourself extremely well. How are you liking the special process, right? This is your first one?
You know what? Where you can track where it's doing really well in
Yep.
those cities, and the cities I've been to, it's been like crazy how the year before, it's like I'm tripling the numbers.
Nice.
Like I was
Right.
just in New York, I sold out 4 shows at Golf.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Like,
That's
but that's a
huge.
huge
That's
market
huge.
for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a huge market for me. And a lot of them seen the special. What I'm so excited about is today is the first day on Amazon Prime. You can watch it for free. And they said that now it's on that level of Netflix. You don't have to pay for it because people were
Right.
paying $13 to see it.
Right.
Now you just turn it on, hit play, and here's what's interesting. I was with Beth, the publicist for the Funny Bone earlier today, and I said, so many people come up to me and say, oh, I saw it on Netflix. This is how nobody cares where they get their stuff from because it's not on Netflix.
Right.
It's on Amazon.
Oh, yeah, man. I saw that on Netflix.
Oh,
Right after I finished The Office, I
That's
watched
right.
Michael Yo special.
Yeah, but they see
Amazon,
my
man.
commercials everywhere.
Right.
And now people are like, oh, and what's so amazing, my friends sent me a screenshot. Because it's doing so well, you will see, like my friend sent me a screenshot where it's Marvelous Miss Maisel, my special, and then Tiffany Haddish, Nobody's Fool.
Nice.
Wow.
Top things to watch.
Oh, that's
and
dope.
and that just felt so
Oh,
good.
that's good. Congrats.
So the thing anybody watching can do is just go to Amazon Prime, type in Michael Yo, hit play, and just leave a comment in 5 stars or whatever stars you want because that does so much. In the algorithm,
Okay.
it shows that people are interacting.
See, whenever a man
is
says
special.
algorithm and he owns it, like,
Oh,
like,
algorithm.
Michael,
Algorithm.
good luck.
Girl, give me your algorithm.
Let me tell you this too.
I need that algorithm.
He's got a good frame. If we get him on some that clean diet The Rock eats, like you may be the next Rock, man.
Oh, I'm the Pebble.
Okay.
You know, I'm a
Okay.
smaller brother. Like I always say, I want to do a buddy cop movie with him, and I'll be the Pebble.
Nice.
You know, but like I'm the super tough one, and he's the sensitive.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
That'd
you
be
got to do
great.
that.
Like
yeah.
he's all, and
Big
I'm
guy
like,
named Tiny.
I'm,
right?
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you know.
See,
come
I'm glad
on.
you brought that up. So we play a little game we call Recasting Call. And
Yes.
we basically take some of our favorite movies and we pretend that we're studio execs. So we
Okay, great.
basically have a bunch of mimosas and blow hanging around somewhere, I'd imagine. But we basically recast our favorite movie with actors of today. In honor of a belated Black History Month, we're going to choose black
We're late.
actors.
We're late on
We're
honoring
late
Black
on honoring Black History Month.
See there?
Figure.
That's tough.
You're
man.
so stereotypical.
man.
Typical.
Oh,
Wait,
just
hey,
like
hey,
his father. You're just like his father.
I was gonna say, Ms. Yo, give him
Just
some-
like father, you're late.
So the movie we chose today with you, Michael, is Die Hard. Die
Yes.
Hard's a movie, but you get to use any current black actor in Hollywood to replace the stars of the movie. Now, That's for the white characters. Now, for the black characters, you can replace them with someone white. So Reginald Vell Johnson's character is Sergeant Al Powell. You can replace him with a white actor of your choice.
Okay.
So I'll start, of course, with our main character, Bruce Willis, John McClane. What black actor
Samuel L. Jackson, 100%.
That is
Wow.
hilarious.
Bold choice.
Out of the
Jackson.
gate.
Bold choice.
Oh, this is we had to get a green light this movie.
I mean,
And who played what was the black guy that played the sidekick? The real sidekick.
Oh, the limo driver?
No.
Oh,
Didn't he have a part-
yeah. Sorry, Al Powell,
Okay.
Reginald Val Johnson. Yeah, who would be him?
Wait, but what's his real name?
Um,
Isn't
Reginald
it-
Vell Johnson?
Is it? Wait,
Dude
it
from
was
Family
Mel.
Matters?
I mean, oh yeah, okay.
right.
So didn't need a white guy for him.
Yes,
Okay, Chris Pratt.
that's
All right,
hilarious.
now you're cheating the system.
No, this
here.
is really good.
Okay.
He knows. He knows
Oh yeah,
his acting.
yeah.
All right,
because
all right.
I think the dynamic in them would be funny.
That is really. Oh, I like.
Okay,
I like your
okay.
thought. Okay,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
Hans Gruber? Played, of course, by the late
the
great
criminal.
Alan Rickman.
He was the bad guy,
yes,
right?
he was the baddie.
Don Cheadle.
Oh, this movie is gonna be so damn
Don
good.
Cheadle. Don Cheadle.
Michael, this is our first time doing this segment, and you're
Don
already hitting out the
Cheadle would be an
ballpark.
amazing enemy, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Going against Sam Jackson.
That would be awesome.
I want to interject this here because on a loop in my head right now, all I have is Samuel L. Jackson doing "Yippee-ki-yay!"
Yeah.
And Jack,
that would be. Oh, that would
It's
be.
already-
Is there not a better person to deliver?
I mean,
a line
come
like
on.
that?
That's a great.
Come on. That's why I picked Samuel. As soon as you said Die Hard, that's the first thing I thought
Wow,
of.
I am wanting to see this movie
So
tonight.
you got Samuel L. Jackson, Chris Pratt, and Don Cheadle.
I don't know how you not show up for that movie. All right, who plays the wife, Holly Gennaro?
I would say I want her younger.
Okay.
But I want her much younger because I want Sam Jackson to have that pimp appeal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I think I would go with Cassidy.
Oh, okay.
Or
look at you. Okay.
Yeah. Or like Gabrielle Union.
Oh, Gabrielle Union would be
Yeah.
very good.
Mhm. Or if you want to do an Instagram model or
Get the Instagram clip.
a reality, because a lot of people are using Instagram. People that are big on
Right,
Instagram. Chrissy Teigen.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. Just to spicing it up a little. Not
Did you,
said that
did
she
you give
could-
him notes beforehand?
Okay.
I tell you what, this is like, I honestly did not know how this was going to go. This went 10 times better than I thought.
Yeah,
Because this is like, I'm literally like, no, so can we get representation? Can we talk to somebody about getting this done?
Even better than that, she's on Claws, Chris Brown's ex, the one, the mixed chick.
I'm saying it incorrectly, and I apologize. Carucci?
Yeah, Carucci.
Okay, Carucci.
Carucci
okay.
would be great
She's
too.
fine. My
Yeah.
word.
Yeah,
my word.
yeah.
Well, thank you for playing casting call.
Oh,
with us.
dude, no problem.
That is going to be a fun movie. I can't wait to check that out. Any director?
Man,
you
we
have
don't
in
even.
mind?
I don't even want to participate in that.
No.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
great.
sorry, Chris. Okay,
No,
sorry.
no. This is
A
fantastic.
director?
Yeah, any particular
Will
director?
Packer.
Oh, wow, Will Packer. Chris.
Do we get?
Will Packer did Girl Strip, Chris.
Oh, great. Do we get a Michael Yeoh appearance in the?
You can be the limo
in the Die
driver.
Hard?
I'll be the limo driver.
could be the limo
yeah,
driver
Look at
in
that.
that.
Look at
I
that.
was gonna say
I'm half black. I should be in there. I mean, come on.
I wanted
Don't
to-
forget about my blackness, people.
I wanted a new spot with him being an entertainment reporter on the street, and you just nail the role.
See,
Yeah.
but then I'll be playing myself, and
Yeah.
no. I need to be an actor.
Wow.
I need to be an actor.
That's so impressive.
I don't want to play myself anymore.
My goodness. Michael Yeoh is going to be at Funny Bone this weekend. Get out. Have some fun with him. We're going to let you get out of here.
I
man.
love your logo, by the way. That is so creative.
That is the nicest thing anyone's
No,
ever
no,
said to us.
no,
Thank you so much.
no,
If we
it
may.
is-
Adam Birtles. Adam Birtles Creative.
It
Creative.
is
He's an
very
amazing
creative,
artist. Yeah.
and because I have a Yo logo, but if you put this on a hat, what's stitched, it'd be dope, man. It'd be dope.
Yeah.
Let's see why Michael Yeoh
You have
is
a
so
friend.
damn
You have a
successful,
friend
'cause
that's
he
got
is
a
so-
JK hat that's pretty badass.
Oh yeah, he's in town tomorrow.
I didn't want to say anything about
I didn't
it.
know we.
I was like, do you guys
literally-
plan this?
No.
Joe
Here's what
Coy's
happened.
in town,
We live down the street from each other.
Right.
But we
Right.
both travel so much. I never see him in town. Last time I saw him was 3 weeks ago in New York City. So we hung out.
Nice.
Now
That's
I found
hilarious.
out he's in St. Louis. He found out I'm here. I text him and he goes, "Oh my God, let's hang out today." So it's kind of like
That's
we only
awesome.
see each other in other
Right.
cities.
We've all
He lived
we've
down
all
the street.
we've all swam in the koi pond too. That's
We
something
have.
We
Oh,
can
yeah.
do.
This pod.
Yeah.
Let me tell. Oh, you want to hear something better than the koi pond?
Let's hear it.
And no disrespect to Joe, but when
But let me disrespect.
But no, because it has to do with Joe. Me and Joe Coy, we did only, I want to say like 50 episodes of it was called the Yo and Joe Show.
Yep.
and it was absolutely for free. And we did it, and we knew people were making money, but we just did it for free because we didn't care.
Right.
Let me tell you, it is once after episode 3, because we were finding our. It is to me, and I'm very honest. It is one of the funniest things you will hear me and Joe. Like, people still hit us up all the time about it.
Right.
So it's on. If you just Google Yo and Joe podcast and find it, it is great listening, man. Like, we get stopped all the. Actually, here's the thing. We haven't done it in 5 years. I just got a check from it the other day. And it wasn't a lot, but for every time I mention it,
Right.
it goes through the roof, and people are like, oh my God. And then they keep passing it around. I'm telling you, it is so funny. And this is me and Joe like 5-6 years ago, before Joe broke.
Right.
And
Yep.
me before I really started.
Both of you are skyrocketing right now. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
How fun is that? Like to come up in it and then you guys reach the type of success at the same time. I would imagine that's just
Well,
it's
his
so much
success
joy.
in comedy, like I have success in television.
Right.
His success is in comedy. So we have it in two different.
insane, by the way.
But I'm striving to get to where
Right.
he's at. But I remember 6 years ago, doing Yo Joe's show. After the show, he goes, man, all these people that came up when are breaking, like
Right.
getting TV shows,
Right.
selling out venues. He says, I'm selling out like 15 shows at a club, but nobody's putting me in venues. And I go, it's your management. You got to change people.
Wow.
And he goes, yeah, but he's a very loyal guy.
Of course.
And so finally he made that change. And as soon as he made that change, he got Joe Malash and he got CAA through the roof, man. And
How difficult is that for a creative to make that type of leap? Like, because that's a true business decision, and it's not easy for comedians, artists to just simply go, all right, I have to turn it on like that.
It's easy for him because he was already moving a
I
heavy
got you.
load of tickets.
Right.
So for him to change, anybody would have took him.
Right.
It's not about that. It's about finding the right people.
Gotcha.
And I always tell people in Hollywood,
Yeah.
they want to be with a big agency. I was like, it's not about the size of the agency. It's about the agent that's hungry for you, that really will do the work. And so he found people around him, and that's when he started to take off,
That's
man.
awesome.
I've
And
seen
so,
firsthand the little and large work people will do for their clients.
Oh,
It's
100%.
crazy.
And it's different.
Yeah.
And it's different.
Yeah.
So you always got to stay on top of them. And that's one thing me and Joe talk about. Another thing me and him talk about is like we still like he's even when I go to a market where I'm totally sold out, and he sells out everywhere.
Right.
We do the press. It's free money. It's free money.
Hey man, clip that part off right there, please.
It's free money. For ask Joe about it if you ever get him again. The thing is television, podcasting, radio station. People pay to be on a lot of these shows.
Right.
And if you put a dollar amount to that, like I was on TV on Fox, and then I did a couple morning shows and this, like if you put a value on that, maybe $25,000 of value,
Right.
that if I didn't do it, I'm losing money.
Right.
And so Joe, no matter if he's sold out a month and ahead, he'll come in and do all the press if he can.
Smart.
There it
Yeah.
is.
Wise words from Michael Yo. Check him
Thank
out
you,
at the
guys.
Funny Bone all weekend long. We're going to take a really quick break. And
Yeah.
we'll come back with Fair or Foul. We're going to see Michael off. Thanks for coming in, man. Great to
No,
see you
thank
again.
you. Great
Appreciate
logo. Keep killing it. I appreciate it.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
All right.
Quick break, guys. We'll be right back.
We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live.
Welcome back to We Are Live. It's time for some Fair or Foul. Huge thanks to Michael Yo, and huge thanks to all of you for tuning in and having some fun with us all day long. Special conversation coming up with Jay Farrow. You know him from Saturday Night Live, and you'll see him at Helium Comedy Club, this weekend, everybody. The topic is Mardi Gras being the best drinking holiday we have.
There are some Irishmen I would imagine will have an issue with this Mardi Gras, but from a spectator standpoint, Mardi Gras is, I think, on another level. So I'm curious to hear what our listeners have to say about it.
$10 to Southtown Pub is the prize today. Let's kick it off, Gardner.
It's time for the people's fair or foul.
People often ask me, what's fair or foul?
They do,
Is it a segment?
sort of.
Is it a movement?
Kind of.
Is it hope?
That's it.
I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power. But I can say, fair or foul is now and forever for the people.
That is true.
Gather around the radio with your loved ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for fair
We give it back to you. the people.
or foul?
I don't know, man. This segment, a little bit too much for me now. I don't know how long we can continue to do this and consider ourselves a reputable podcast. There may be some changes coming in the future, but for now, this is the people's fair or foul.
Everybody. Had a couple submissions on the topic. It's a doozy. See who wants to win $10 to Southtown Pub. Real quick, we'll read a text in regards to fair or foul. Oh, no, here we go. Snuck a pint in 1 year. First thing I see is people trying to hit a drunk guy in the window with muddy slush balls. So, of course, I joined in and nailed him in the face. That's when instant karma kicked in. The momentum of my throw launched the pint out of my pocket and shattered it. A lot of strangers patted me on my sad, sad back as I walked away. It's from the Black Sheep, sharing
Nice.
a story of Mardi Gras.
Oh, boy.
Foul, a bunch of drunk idiots in the streets with 100,000, try 4 times that, supposedly. 100,000 people can't compare with the amount of alcohol that gets drank by the average white German Catholic family on Christmas. Triangle assassin. So he's disagreeing. Fair, since you're talking about a bunch of different holidays today, and Travis might not refer to them by their standard name, I thought I'd help out and give you all the translations. Mardi Gras equals beads and breasts day. President's Day equals old white men and Barack Day. Memorial Day equals girls in them sundresses day. St. Patrick's Day, white people be crazy day.
That's true.
4th of July, blow stuff up day.
Yeah.
Skanksgiving, Christmas equals the day before cuffing season. Happy drinking, y'all. The JVL Jackal. Gardner, who you voting for?
Ooh, the nice finale there. I'll go with the JVL Jackal.
I'm going to mix it up, Chris. I'm going to go with Black Sheep.
Black Sheep has won. Fair or foul? I like the story. I like the breaking news. Everything was great. Big thanks to them. Man, what a show today, huh?
Very loaded show.
Yeah, that was a lot of
Lots
fun.
of fun.
Michael Yo could not be more kind, and we suggest you
Absolutely.
go see him at Funny Bone. Quick reminder, everybody. Tech Electronics helps us build the studio. We got a big thanks to the Kranzberg Arts Foundation and the Dot Zach Building for providing such a great space. We're commercial tenants, but we get a lot of great benefits here. If you guys come see the building soon, maybe we'll do some events and everything very soon. You can see the great place we get to work. Midcoast.media for more info on what we do. By Jack, thank you so much to them for all of their support. Thanks to John helping out the studio, Red Saw Publicity with our friend Beth, comedy at Southtown Pub every Thursday, and of course St. Louis Counseling Services podcast, Mental Health Matters, everybody. So it's been a fun morning. Travis Terrell,
has been.
Chris Gardner, for Michael Yo. We're going to come back in just a bit if you want to watch the live stream with Jay Farrow, everybody. Check it out.